Hi, this is MTB214. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Thank you, subscribers new and old. It's still Halloween season, and we've got another tale of H.P. Lovecraft. So this is from Cthulhu Mythos Tales, his world building. I finished this tonight out of the Aeons with Hazel held. So he sort of reworked her story. Thank you to the subscriber who explained, told me that in the comment. So that's interesting. I wonder what her story would be like. It's not that long. It was interesting. It's out of the Aeons, it's called. So, as you can see, it sort of relates about mummies. So there's a gentleman that works at a museum that has mummies from around the world, all different kinds from different cultures. And there's this one very strange one that doesn't really fit in with others that comes in. And they paid a lot of money to get that one, and supposedly there was a ship captain that goes to some island that's uncharted, and they go on the island. There's the mummy. They in a chamber. They take it out. They gets in the hands of the museum. When the main character goes back to try and figure out about where it is, the island's gone. It's like it doesn't exist. So it came out of the sea and then went back under. So it's which is a strange magical sort of thing, occult thing. And it's very different and sort of scary looking. There's a terrified face on the face of the mummy. It looks leathery skin, etc. So sort of more like natural mummification, sort of different than how Boris Karloff mummy is, or the mummy from the 90s movie with Brendan Fraser. This mummy is from Ghostbusters, I'm pretty sure, from my childhood. In the background, I got at a thrift shop in Florida years ago. Not too long ago, but it's made out of papyrus, so that has the same idea of ancient mummies. So, but supposedly this mummy in the story is from some lost civilization called Mu. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's sort of mythology. So there's Mu, Atlantis. It's sort of on that same vein of an ancient civilization that was advanced, that fell, and some things of the civilization continued on. One example would be how there are pyramids around the world. So the Aztec pyramids in Egypt, in other countries there's pyramid structures as well. So it's these people are coming up with the same idea, but they're across the world. So it's just I'm not sure how accurate or not it is, but it's interesting. So back to the story. So with this mummy at the museum, that a lot of people are interested, it's a small museum, but a lot of people are interested in it, go there to go see it. And even a lot of strange people that are in the occult in different places around the world go to see it. And when they're there, they're saying some sort of sacred occult rites, speaking lowly to try and bring it back to life or something. It's not really known what they're trying to do, and even a few people try and steal it and get arrested for that. And then what happens is that it seems also looking at the mummy, that it seems to be coming back to life. It's not as rigid. It's sort of getting more subtle, the skin, it's sort of coming back to life in a way, sort of how it was with the mummy. But this is before even the first movie, I'm pretty certain. It says 1932 in the book of when this is happening. What year is this from? Oh, 1932. It says the same year. So maybe this came out before that. I'm not sure, but it's a similar idea of a mummy. So then what happens with this is that it's people try and rob it, even though there's more security, and then during the middle of the night try and rob it and are found dead. One of them has a sort of paper, like, you know, it's a sort of scroll. That's why I have that in the background, with some strange hieroglyphic writing that's unknown to archaeology, to history. And he has a similar scroll, but like, you know, he's dead from going to try and take this mummy, and he isn't, like, you know, his died from fright, it looks like. And the other man that was trying to steal it as well, he actually turns into a mummy, like dies of fright, and he looks preserved like a mummy like that. So then there's autopsies on those two gentlemen as well. Then after that, the mummy itself, it's taken off of public display from then on out. And with the autopsies, cut open, sees, and like, you know, it's a mummy on the outside, but on the inside, there's like flowing blood. The organs and everything look like, you know, it's a person that's still alive even. Just sort of scary that, like, you know, to be alive and dead at the same time and sort of stuck. But another aspect of this also is it seems like the eyes of the mummy were opening up. So it's like, you know, staring out into space. And the main character goes to look to, like, you know, look at the eyes to see if, like, you know, the last image that was seen by that person was burned into the retina, and sees some sort of creature, and that sort of like Cthulhu, which is that, like, you know, ancient alien god of sort of squid-like being. So it has that as well in it. And another thing that relates us to the other stories is with the scroll, that it's in some sort of like metal cylinder that's unknown what kind of metal it is. Even the papyrus, like, you know, the paper that it's written on, the hieroglyphic, strange, ancient, unknown writing, is unknown material. They can't figure out what it is. So it's very interesting in that regard as well. It's a spooky, scary story with Halloween season, and like these are two great movies with Halloween season upon us. Well, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Check out other videos, have figure reviews, book reviews, movie reviews, stuff relating to holidays like Halloween and Christmas coming up, etc. See you in the next video.